when women they don't occupy the legislative administration, the local governments, women they when they stand out ever since in the life of God. Now, President Yo regime, I don't see JPs as women. Teachers, nurses, women they occupy higher cadres in registration now, in decision making. The gender violence base, it don't try so hard, it don't reduce. Child marriage, child pregnancy, drop out. The kids they don't get access to go school, even if they are pregnant. Teachers they encourage them for come on board because the future of them in the men of the day. Now we work on dialects. We have microfinances support for lower entrepreneurships. Market women, we get maternal attention greatly like the Bonthe government hospital and the Riverine and the surroundings. Things are happening. At times, I think I'm dreaming, but I am not dreaming. Because gone are the days when civilization hits at our faces here in Bonthe. Politically, we are not recognized. But with the intervention of the mayor and his cabinet, then they include me. Female participation is great in this country through the leadership of His Excellency, Madam Minister. We appreciate him and we applaud the Minister for bringing this initiative here down to home. We constrain saying, but our life just few. We need more microfinances for the business women, skills training for the younger girls who don't left school. We need road infrastructures and both for the riverine areas because they will get the markets, but for bring and come Naya, a problem for them. The health centers, the distance is so far. To tell them they refer person at the government hospital. That time when they reach the case strong, but I don't pass carry. The educational side, like the teachers, the principals, they get constrained because science teachers they know they come. Why? Because the remote allowance, the medical allowance, the transportation that was given to teachers is no more. So now teachers know the way they left the comfort zone for come Naya, for come teach science.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I make we bring camp with mommy for letting me the two picture. Like I say, first, to so young the dialect of the workers Naya. It's transformation will happen, women's empowerment, investments in education. For bring camp Bonthe back to life, challenges remain. And you don't lay some of the challenges the whole family know about. I want to talk to the brother, Joe Sparrow. We call her Barefoot Joe. You know what I call her the brother, people are not going to understand. Because when you see this now with one, you can talk with a very South African accent. But Joe, Asalo born. Originally, not tell me the story. And one thing we I discovered in the last engagement, now that Salon will become a premier destination for sports fishing. And that already, this Bonthe area Now that Bonthe Island area outside they operate, they don't make plenty international records when it comes to sport fishing. So what's our Joe can allow you to speak English? Is to break down for the people of Sierra Leone who for the first time they are even hearing about this. But I want you allow solo. Right? You can put on the microphone, the speaker. Yeah, I don't want you standing there. For people who are hearing this for the very first time, I'm going to give you 5 minutes because I want you to, and I know you're passionate, so I'm going to stop you at 5 minutes. But I want you to explain first what is sport fishing, what happens, what you've been doing around the Bonthe waters over the years, and the international competition that I think is going to start in February very soon, in a week or so, I think the 12th or so of February. Just give people an impression of what that is and what the potential that is for our people on this island and for Sierra Leone. Please, you have 5 minutes.
Honorable panel, thank you guys for having me today. It's a great honor. I come to Bonthe many years, and I absolutely love the place. Everyone knows I'm the guy with no shoes. My daughter asked why I don't wear shoes. I say I never have money because I have a boat. Ladies and gentlemen, as I say, I'm very honored. Sport fishing is something that comes ages and ages in the world. In previous times, in the early 90s, late 90s, or middle 90s, people caught over 14 world records in the Bonthe district. Mostly at the Chevron entrance and mostly tarpon. So this is a very sought after sport fish, if I can say it like that. But that's not the only fish Chevron has. Like you guys know better than all of us together, that we have enormous big, you guys call it grouper, which is a Kubera snapper. We have beautiful fish species around us. Also, that's the livelihood of the communities. We as sport fishers put 99% of your catch back in the water. So, in the beginning when I started going to Bonthe, people wanted to kill me when I put the fish back. But that is how we do. We are here to, I want to fight that fish next year when it's bigger. Although now we made an arrangement that a certain part of our catch go to our communities. That's to support them and support the families who doesn't have the means to go fishing or the funds to run a fishing adventure. So sport fishing, if I can put it in short, it's fun fishing. Not to kill fish, but to release the fish and see the fish species grow bigger, grow better. For the last 4 or 5 years, I'm fishing intensively around the Bonthe area. I actually fished intensively the whole coastline, but specifically Bonthe because it stole my heart. And for me, I'm a Chevron man. If I said that to my village, they say, no, you meant it. But I must be very careful how I say that. But this area is beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful everything. We can just say thank you for each and every one, from the highest level to the lowest level. Chevron is a very, very beautiful place and beautiful people. Fishing for me is a passion. We hope in the next year we'll have a national team fishing for Sierra Leone. So we invested heavily into bringing sport fishing to the youth. So from next season we will come and invite the children, teach the children to fish with a fishing rod and specifically techniques so that we can go to the world stage in sport fishing. That is something that's very close to my heart and it's something I'm working on for the last 5 years. I had very, very fruitful discussions with all the different ministries and also thanks very much to the Minister of Fisheries who supported us and helped us and encouraged us to go to the next level. Also tourism, information. Without these ministries, we will be absolutely just sitting in the corner hoping to catch a fish. But you guys gave us the opportunity to make a business out of this in future and make our youth leaders in the market of sport fishing. And that's what I want to achieve in the next 3 years. I want us to win a world stage medals, world stage prizes. Our youth, mostly from here. I want this to happen.
Thank you so much. I want to follow up quickly. What is the competition that's happening in a couple of weeks? Why don't you just explain that to us quickly? Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I get a little bit distracted. But next, in February 12th, we're going to have an international competition with 7 to 8 nations. People from different nations coming to fish in Bonthe.
A fishing competition.
A fishing competition. So what it entails, biggest marlin wins. So a marlin is not a fish you catch in every corner. It's not like a jackwood jump that we have a fish and we can go. Marlin is a very tricky fish to catch. So we're going to have 10 to 15 boats participating for 2 days. It will be the 13th and the 14th. To fish and see who can catch the biggest marlin. We have people from France, Spain, South Africa, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Guinea, France. So we have an international group of people to come and fish. If we can pull this competition off with good catches and a good competition, this will become the West African hub of sport fishing. This never happened before. Never there was in West Africa an international competition. There's international competitions hosted in America or other places, and you can participate from different countries. But we are the first people who host international competition on West African soil, and this is Sierra Leone.
1 minute.
Thanks to AG, who gave us the opportunity and even the idea to do this kind of competition in West Africa.
That's amazing. And I just want to let family understand something. Sport fishing in the Caribbean, they bring hundreds of millions of dollars. This is a very expensive sport. It will generate money. It will bring tourists come to the country. It will bring employment, the guy say, get a record. He mentioned over time, over 41 records of big, unique fishmen. And when you know the fish now, if he will get some of the picture they will share with me, you will see, I don't know, Zach, if you see some of these. The fish is double. This tall man in height. The fish, the tall person times 2. When they cage. And this area, the guy is saying the important thing. Then he will spot fish. When they take the fish, they don't eat it again. They put them back and the water they continue for big. A small percentage they give community so they will eat them. You don't build an impressive edifice. We can see HLF for gold, our island, we put food to work out in December in company. They don't build the whole community there to get a solar one system there. They attract international guests there. And this year they host the first West African based fishing competition there in February. And the guy said in the next 2-3 years, they want to make it bigger for bringing local benefits to the people of Sierra Leone. We thank you, my brother, for that and for the fantastic work that you're doing. Now, I want to move a little bit to national issues and talk to my 3 information sector partners, and then we'll open up. By the way, we'll get journalists that I have from the island and the mainland. We focus today by the press conference. We invited the top journalists there waiting at the Bonthe Street, both on the island and the mainland. I want to thank you, Ulaka, Unade Tweet. If you didn't ask you want to send question, you can send the text to 818 to use your online platforms. We're not listening to me across the country. When I send any question, we guess they will be very happy. And the statutory chairman, because we can't work, and you like job that day for nursing, civic education, for talk about how the people and how we bring government closer to the people. I want you just give briefly, you said we'll give 3 minutes. Waiting and nursing in plans. Just host the ministry in it. I am doing this week.
to win this afternoon. Civic education of Sierra Leoneans and all the learners alone about how you elect this country alone, the country, the community, nationalism and patriotism. Serve religions, your people, wherever you be. And also, one for bring the culture for that all for contribute to the development of this country. And anything we government bring up with the development, the high innovation, we for able to keep her and preserve her even for the next generation. So as long as waiting we will do this year as NASA for bring government and civic education for the people of all districts. That is a commitment where His Excellency President Biden make, and then we the supporter wholeheartedly that this year we for deliver the action term we for do. Firstly, civic education will not start now for nurture them begin them. They want the way when they go school. We don't introduce civic education now all government and government assisted schools in this country, including one district. And we next time not for just introduce a level. We don't they develop partnership with Jala University. And Jala University in this country. For many help for trained teachers in civics. Because now ad hoc training we don't give them all we will do as a government all the time and all across the country. But that then training institutions, if they put on the curriculum and begin train with young people there in civics when they are college, when they come out, we will teach you to get them far. Now that we work for 2026 and we do on now. The other one for do for beginning also, we want to introduce civics clubs in our schools there. Not to just teach subjects 11. That are home for young people bring out and capture civic champions at early stage, so that they will come up with that idea and culture for love the area, for love the country, and able to serve one. That civic clubs will talk about peace, how for live, for cleaning like how they don't begin making a for Opola and even plenty other things. Apart from that, would they bring government information? This year, 2026, what will happen? We government plan. If we get for do a new constitution or amend the constitution, we don't get there, 1991 constitution, a process will begin. And how that they will be, we get for that to family, they tell them what we need for put that constitution. And if we listen to them, they will pass that information to government. Census will take place 2026. We also get for engage your people there. Let them know the value of census. Not for just country, no more say, hey, they got country. They country for what and why you not for like them in the way they country people in this country. Both be there because if we see plenty people are not in there. And especially when we come account, the one the way they say we dey free water. We want to make sure say we get people there that no matter which kind of water, they will reach out and touch everybody in this country. And there plenty other things we government they do, we will bring them so that we all will share and also receive from our voting, on our government to as how to maybe don't highlight there. So now some of that plans we do in collaboration with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for people in the Bonthe district and Sierra Leone as a whole.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman Joseph Bonthe. We are I can call him the indefatigable chairman for the National Commission for Civic Education and Democracy. NACED. We thank you for the good work and doing this with the plan for the government closer. Let them continue with for nobody the constitution. Civic for love the country. For know what's happen in the area. For know what's happen about sports fishing. If you join for clean your community. If you join for support women to empowerment and our civics. And I indeed on that work we work with the Directorate of Civic Education and Citizens Engagement at the Ministry. And we take the government this 2026 at other level. I want to come to the government printer. One of the most important public institutions for most people don't know about it. Family in the 70s, one of the biggest revenue generator for the government of Sierra Leone was the government printing department. And they print all things, and we get one of the oldest, if not the oldest, in sub-Saharan Africa, with a government printing department. Now, President Bill don't give instruction for transform and modernize the government data. When they don't abandon, if you see the building, nobody will care about it. You just don't know how to produce gazettes. Well, sometimes they say they don't distribute our file. But under the leadership of President Bill, we appoint with brother Mr. Salif Suma. We honor leadership with we partnership. We don't look for new development partners. When I announcing cabinet approve a new joint venture where they invest $5 million United States dollars into this money agency for transformer and modernizer. And cabinet also don't give instructions, see, all printing now in the government, 9 for one. So that the money will go back inside government, or many get the tax, the profits go back inside the government in capacity, and they will get the best printing facility as well at the continent. Mr. Suma, I want to let you just lay to family, emphasize what the role of government data and what you look forward to inside this transformation we happen now, what you do oversee for modernize the government data. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Good afternoon to colleagues and panelists. And thank you all and those online. On a me, I'm the name Salif Suma. Me and the government printer since 2020. Yeah, take up leadership at that place. But that place, is very huge in terms of structure. So, anybody will enter something you must have in mind. How this place will box you. So, we say, if I enter, we go call on me from the Ministry of Information. When I enter, I said, this place will be for nothing. I said, something will happen there. So, I began to look at people they were working for 40 years and above. Because of people they went from more school and get employment. So I asked them, this place will not be for nothing. What are the economic value? They explained to me what will make the place big. And when they explain to you, the next time they say you don't get better sense. As long as the ambition, they ask for the sense, but you say, when I have people participate. So apparently, the tell me say, in the 80s, those were living below 5 million population. Now 629 people in the whole place. But when we go there now, me and the people that were out to now 69. And then the machine that we just dotted, and the whole place by the airport. Big place. So then they see ghosts, they see this, they see that. I said, I will present. So, with this new drive in the economy, we are really doing us a lot of get fatigue, and then the government enhance local revenue, domestic revenue generation. So we begin to put papers together, and me and the Labour Minister and team, we begin to look at how do we attract investors. So luckily for me, we will invite them for come, and when they don't see the document, they will put together. And look at the printing last neighbors. They say the Chinese, for instance, they say we make here the offer the entire West Africa. America will have a $5 million investment approach. And then we get another investor from Canada. We itself say, okay, if I am the government get 51%, then get 49%. They say, okay, we can partner with you people, but this is not normal printing, these are paper products they do for export partner. home country. So that investment they bring a lot of benefit to the country. One, any business way you send across the border, they bring in hard currency. And because government printing will not be as revenue generating institution in the 80s, we mix of finance with my own. So we take and say, what's how we go so now? It will help you a lot. And that normal thing where you go sit on the wait for allocation, you get for home, make a lot of calls, a lot of lobbying, they are telling you can, the suppliers and debts also than you, then they begin balance you. We don't move away from that. That alone that benefit the way come when the business global supply and environment again. That is good. But for the country in general, the count with some technique wey belong lost at this country. Because no institution will tell you say they offer printing and this country, printing courses. So for them partners there, so my minister and the team of government, yes, they came with the Beijing Institute of Graphics. They make a very specific say, we are doing business over there, but these are our partners from Sierra Leone and they don't have such facilities. But we'll be coming with our staff from Freetown to this place to have it enhanced for our printing. And then the one that will get some knowledge over there, they say, okay, and train the other people will know, okay, good. So that technique alone, we get for left us alone. Even after the business, we get for take over the entire way the business will run on, that's good for the country. Then the job creation. Now, if you print anything in China, you print in Ghana, you pay for Chinese labor, you pay for Chinese Ghanaian labor. And at the same time, the hard currency we get, you pay for change them and sell them. You see, for economics, if you get the same money, we get the same host, but you get backyard garden, you don't get backyard garden, they end up spending past you. Because you don't buy pepper, you don't buy the other half thing. So anytime you buy always from outside, you don't find. So this they can enhance that side where we will put money in government pockets. And then the relationship with the other stakeholders, the other MBAs for sale prints with them, and the private sector even. The private sector will make a way where they say we will survive from you. We will get a price we will give them because we don't say they sell it for handle their own utility bills and other stuff. They will come still, they can print away, they get more out of that. So we know therefore to say we will push it away. If I want a government for we will give them the environment. So at the moment, this is how we have handled the situation. And at the end of the day, we hope for that the best out of that engagement.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you on the approval we cabinet provide for the paper we will put together. We will modernize the government minister. We get 5 of foreign investor. Government gets a stake there. All printing will be done. We will create a West Africa hub here for printing at the government printer. Before you go China, they can print to we give you the same quality, same product, same Chinese company, and same technical qualifications. So wonderful work will be done. The last and final speaker for today before we open up for questions and reactions. Now, the Information Commissioner and Chairman for the Rights to Access Information Commission. This man, you know, do a fantastic job in 9 commission day. The evidence is that on the Freedom of Information Index, I will not continue for them very well. MCCA will score every year, we get more than 90% because of the work we don't do on proactive disclosure of information. And this year, the international partners don't recognize that publicly, and then they bring out 2 major international conferences. Will you be facilitating or you host together as a law? This is an opportunity for them to just take the 3 minutes, explain the role of right again, explain what are these 2 big international conferences, why they're important, and why they choose Salone or Canada. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. This conference here will be organized in this year with September 28th, 29th, and 30th of September. 2-in-1 events. The ICNC, the International Conference for Information Commissioners, we are part of, in 2019, I will become member of that particular global network day, and plan to organize this conference around September. So the approach will say, when we see how we will work together so that we will organize the IDWA, we are International Day of Information, International Day for Universal Access to Information Day. We, for a member family, every year we celebrate UNESCO self, Kings, observe and globally every year. And they decide, say, well, they approach me and we don't accept for make only do that particular event together with ICIC, between 3 days a year. So this is a big thing, this for Salon. So this revision, the right to access information commission, now for make Salon become part of the global right information rights society, you know, and this position we already been a part of a lot of networks, including the African Network of Information Commissioners, the ICIC, and we don't collaborate a lot with a lot of other international partners. But this will be the climax, if you like, because they bring together, they bring from outside this country about 300 people when are information commissioners, other partners and stakeholders and civil society, and then we step will get to young people now when they start to benefit from the one they really want to. So this is a very big something, and I want to take the opportunity also for talk about the work they do. Access to information are very key work. When you look at what they do, like the civic engagement, voting, for engaging people and the public, without access to information, it's very difficult for them to happen. You know, so that make we are for facilitate access to information. We not to really hold the information, except information about your institution. If they can't use them, we'll give that information. And there are two approaches that we get. There are two ways. Either one, when the people that come for request for the information, the public authorities will hold the information and for release the information. You know, within 15 working days, the deadline, therefore able to release the information. Secondly, the information also the public authorities are not for only waits collected by the public members of the public, journalists, and other civil society organizations can meet there for the information. Let's say for also 22 classes of information they wait for able release proactively. That means they will put on the platforms then so that the way the people that need the information before they even come, they will check that platform and they force whether the information when they want for can request, whether they did it. So that and we get three networks that will evaluate something at the end of every year. If you now remember family, at the end of every year, we send out a memo to all public authorities because in addition to information requests and what we monitor, a lot of information requests and when they happen, when public authorities they respond to what we know what. So we probably act also and provide say for section 41 provides say for monitor and report on the status of access to information in the country. So then at the end of every year we send a memo, we ask them for whether complete templates access to information, whether how many information requests they receive for the year, you know, how many of them requests they respond to, how many of them they deny. So that data they all they capture. Now they add, now they put on the annual reports, and that this data they provide that to the rest. At the end of every year, if you now see the minister just talk now say we do very well, we run consistently for the past few years, we did in the 90s, you know, by the Freedom of Information Index. That means if we're not able to report, we're not able to send them report here, it will be difficult for me. The other thing we monitor also is the proactive disclosure of information. You know, the 22 classes of information we need to also get from the public authorities there. But then tell me, whether then 22 classes of information, how many of them they never proactively disclose, or whether they disclose anyone at all. Therefore, give me that report back. And then report that they now only take and feed into the system. Just the other day, I just updated the minister about a report we will get from the Center for Law and Democracy. When they can do a survey for find out, not only Salon and do a survey, but they go now other countries, in particular like Global South. And we come on top by that survey for saying that we are the best performing country in terms of access to information. When they check the 5 indicators, we get 4. When green. Now only one more we get when fear. But that green, it means we do very, very well. All the other countries no one only will get 4. So it means for all the countries that we survey, now we do better than all. And this particular obligation we public authorities get. Now more an obligation for give information to people and also for report back to me. You know, not a thing where moral obligation, also a legal obligation. Also, it is in the interest because the meeting we get last year, what we present, we report to the president. We ask one favor from His Excellency the President for make access to information that become one of the indicators by which public authorities will be measured, they will be evaluated at the end of the year. And the President, in his wisdom, he responds positively. He asks the performance tracking units at State House for include access to information as one of the indicators. So the public authorities then, they in the interest also, because we don't have any data for the State House when they will come to me for when they will actually waiting at the performance of that particular NDA or the SOE on access to information. If we don't get the data back from the public authorities then. So we feel say this is an opportunity. We don't need one deadline. The first deadline will be the 22nd of January. Because of the public authorities, a lot of them approach me. They may never work on them, but they're not in done, so they're asking for no extender. So we don't extend that now to the 16th of February. And I want to use this platform here. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, for giving this opportunity. For appeal to the public authorities then, but then use this window, this deadline here, when we don't extend so to the 16th. And but then also we did it for support them for completion temporarily. The PDR and the ACR. And but then also, if they don't provide the information to we don't get anything for provide to the performance tracking units. So I want to say back when they say, forgive access to information and trust. Because not forget saying they serve the public. If you don't provide information to the public, for everybody know exactly what you do, like the corridors of power. And I mean, we welcome this idea from whether there is share cabinet conclusions. We welcome that idea and with the cabinet secretariats. By the way, now one of the MPA when they really comply when it comes for proactive disclosure, and we encourage them. Some of them cabinet conclusions are where the minister can read at the press conference and also. But they proactively disclose them back at the websites so that people will get more access to a lot of information the way cabinet, the decisions of the cabinet. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We will put it at the ministry website. We will provide a summary as well as part of that commitment day. I just want for the family to know, you mentioned the RTI evaluation. They do an evaluation on compliance on access to information. They look at Sri Lanka, Sierra Leone, Pakistan, Mongolia, Maldives, Kenya, Ghana, and Afghanistan. Of all of them countries they work also on rights to access information compliance. The country we come number one as Sierra Leone. We pass green in all the areas. They get about 5 areas of compliance. The only side where we will not pass and we will not even get red thing, yellow, we can get green, yellow, and red. On this area of proactive disclosure. And I'll tell you the problem now. But who institution entity know the functional websites, some information the way you want to know you get them, or know the ID information as a local thanks to the President Bill. And when you work now with the Ministry of Communication, we want to develop a template for every ministry, every department, every agency for getting a website. With all the information getting before you ask. This will be done, inshallah, before the middle of this year. We won't lay the foundation for doing that. So Salon will continue for the ahead of what's in Ghana and Kenya where you can have access to information. So if anybody tells you, oh yeah, the civic space is shrinking, information space is shrinking, it's not true, sir. It's not true, man. The data is clear, thanks to the excellent work we do. And one more news, this year, we will complete process for convert the institution from a commission to an authority for giving even more power for comparing you for provide that information and now for also our data protection to the mandate. So this that's a wonderful work. We don't really listen to some fantastic news this afternoon here live from one of the greatest cities in our country. The great Bonthe city, clean, pristine, well-managed tourist destination, fishing, civic education, women's empowerment, government printing, and right to access information. Now I want to talk for ask question. I don't say we are not going to attend the press conference. For ask question is simple. Indicates you put up your hand, you tell me your name and institution, and you keep the question as short as possible. Put up your hand together, I will point the first 5 people that will take all 5 together and then we'll come to the panel for the answer. 1 done at 3:30 at the latest. So let me see, I have 4 hands up. So we go in that order here, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Nobody else now ask? Perfect. So we'll take all 4 together. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Gideon, go ahead.
Mina Mustafa Suleiman Dabeni. I represent Salon India under the Bonthe Street bloggers. The question they go to director. Is it director?
Government printer? Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank God that house we don't be for a very long time. I mean, we don't close up. Thanks to His Excellency and the Ministry of Information, they don't appoint you for a very long back. How you plan for that house no longer again, return to graveyard even after you come on office? That is the question.
Thank you very much. Number 2.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the house.
Yes.
My name is Solomon. I'm a talker. I work for Radio Perry. The question will go to Mr. Salif Usuma. Becoming a printer. I studied in a Bonthe Training College. Printing and graphic arts. I believe
He studied printing and graphic about technical college.
92 to 90.
So the talk where we talk say printing and teacher as alone, it's not true. Because Bonthe technical college they teach people printing, but the government printer don't even know that thing. This is very important information. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. I thank President Buhari government for the revitalization of the government printing. In the dark days of Sierra Leone, some of my colleagues they attest. And private commercial places they will go for print for newspaper there. I take 15 years in the printing industry. Even Dr. Shigashoki attest, export times newspaper. And the first big printer at this country here. So I commend the President Buhari government for that. But my question is that how really we are going to help the old printers then as to how they will share their knowledge with this new technical development.
Thank you very much. Number 3.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for bringing such program at the doorstep of Sierra Leoneans. Me now, Sakwe Hadi from Radio Bonthe. I got 2 questions, one for the Honorable with all due respect, their foods. To you, the Honorable Minister, now you say this is the first in history for get such a press conference about why only this time around. Then 2 to their foods. Please, sir, I want you to explain some positive impact that your fishing company has created on the lives of people at Bonthe village, Bonthe as a chiefdom, and the district as a whole. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Go to the last one. You can answer us and ask yourself.
I was trying Augustine Mansage. I report for over 5 radio stations across the country. Activities and where they happen about. 2 questions. One, you go to the Biafut and also with him and the AI minister. You always think ahead. Mr. Minister, take it where you can about the street. We get a challenge. I don't know. Then we put them across. Recently, the social board where they work for the agency, where they can be there, market there, they can go ahead for inform people that they can wait for them at all. But when we talk about civic education, the challenge is we get way how we communicate and we know the do and so about the streets. We get that challenge there. It can be visual communication. For example, if somebody talk to you, how best the way we talk to them, they understand. We don't get that facilities now. We don't get the people that they can tell me as journalists so that we know tell the people waiting for happen. For example, the woman they don't talk to them say, let me wait for you, let me wait with the picking at all. They don't know because of that no they don't get that understanding, they go home. So when they come, they don't see her. Yes, they are fruits. Now you say, can I say it in English? Yes, please. Alright, you said you will have in different countries to come and have a fishing game in Bonthe Street. What are the impacts? That particular game is going to be created for the people of Bonthe. Thank you.
These are some excellent questions. But as I can tell my colleague, I'm not surprised. But yeah. So when you come at this place, you eat with fish. I tell people that the fish makes you very intelligent. with the people of Bonthe. So I'm very proud of her. I want to tell them plenty thank you. Una will lead and keep the people informed under difficult circumstances. As una minister, I want to say I appreciate the excellent work una do. Because let me take the question and answer my own question first, then we pass it on now. One, the brother say, why now? But the simple answer to the question is the time is right to do what is right. Always right for do what is right. It is never too late. We agree with you, say for years, Bonthe has been neglected. As part of the CBDCs, we reach Bonthe, we don't go out for security, we will come in here. We're going to change and make sure say the investment in the media sector show now. We plan for support even the radio stations and media local radio stations, mainly His Excellency will discuss this, particularly for improve. And the mayor will tell you, say, me to be in touch of what Canada 2 years ago from the homecoming. We don't work together and see how best we will support the infrastructure area. And this is the first step. We'll bring the entire ministry. I don't know if you know this, but we brought over about 80 people to the island. Thanks, by the way, to brother Abia Foot and the Apple, the boats, brother Senepo, the brother Turak. They give you all the boats and we can staff the area. So that they can see, and so far they are impressed. So they open the island, they tell the stories. We are live now, the entire country, all when they watch you. The team just said me this must say multiple media platforms. They all they live, Truth, SLBC, Clarity Media, all they live, bloggers. This is an opportunity for Bonthe. They will see, they will hear you. Already we are down there, sir. Some of the party they win in the private sector don't reach out to me, say they want Kaya holiday, they want camp Easter. They want to show them a video of the rooms they will stay and tell them say it's better than most places you get outside of Freetown. We have the best facilities here outside of Freetown. But people did not know about it. But now they will know. They will help for continue for open the island for building the work we do. So I will commit to you say this is something that we will be doing. A broader question about inclusive training for not just media professionals but community engagement. That's what we will continue for. The ministry will do that day. We'll get partnership with VSA, we'll get sign language for all the events then. We will continue for partner with the information architecture here for building capacity. A part of the work that will come for here, a part of the come for Kalang, and we'll call on Kalang to see how we build on that. Because until the information reaches the last man, you know, reaches. Information not to answer until the last person understand that information there. And me on 2 questions in that day, or again, I'll tell you thank you. So let us go now to government printer who begins some of the big questions. I want to keep this platform, take you Mike, for the investment in the modern sustainability plan. Now one. The second one, the existing infrastructure, the old printing company there. Let me just benefit to not build the capacity. I will share information, in fact, the knowledge we will get, the capacity we will get to existing printing facilities. Then the third one, Bonthe don't tell them it's in graphics and printing. How we will partner with them for the capacity, the people there for absorb the let's say benefit of this. Let's say get access to job opportunities or the access like that. You have for the people there as well.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Let's start with the last one. Bonthe, this institute when I get off the training. It all boils down to this isolation we want to not isolate now or not say we isolate. So that we will never understand something that can go on like that. But apparently, you live in a government institution at the head. And me, I want for me, everybody gets a way for contributing for let people sustainable. At the same time, if you get ideas that will work for let the place of sustainable. So this one I can see, so when you tell me what Bonthe, I will therefore take the number off record and then from there we will begin with it because it's very, very important. We all benefit printing on the happiness in terms of the causes. Then I talk about opening statement say when they even look at how, because we have government will enhance the private sector. So government, if you make sure say, if you do anything, the other person when they do that thing, they on the private side, if you're able to give the opportunity, for let it be sustainable and for let it grow. So we therefore make sure say any other printing house inside this country, either you go there for contact to expertise, contact for expertise, will give you a helping hand. If you get something for print, you will print to you still make profit. So now sustainability way, the first question will come in, how the place will be sustainable. New leadership are not adverse to partnership, technology, systems and processes. Systems and processes in help for outlive if you use the motorman. But we own culture in this country, and they appeal that we all support that system for let it continue for exist even after we don't exit. Because we don't get history, so system will be collapsed and along with many names and will not all know. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I want to come to our brother Joe Barefoot. Two questions are basically related. First, the impact of the Barefoot Fishing, Barefoot Adventures Company on the residents of Bonthe and the island in general. But then the follow-up question is the upcoming sports competition. What specific benefits are the locals in a position to benefit from this, please?
Very good questions. Thank you very much. I think just the first question, we must never confuse sport fishing with fishing. Because we say fishing company, it means we catch fish and we sell fish. That's not what we do at all. We go out, we catch sport fishing species, we fight it till it's tired, and we let it go back. If there is fish, sometimes we will keep some fish to eat, but it's small quantities. Or if the village requests for some fish, we'll give them some of the fish we catch. We do not sell fish at all. No way anyone catch a fish to be sold. So this is sport fishing only. Second question, what is the benefits back to Bonthe? Sorry. So if I come and sit a half an hour and talk what I did for Bonthe, it will be wrong. I think, to be honest, Bonthe do as much for me as I do for them. First of all, this is not a village anymore for me. This is my village. I'm part of the family and I'm part of the people. Yes, we improved their livelihoods and we're still busy improving their livelihoods. But I don't want to come and sit here and say how good I am and how good I am to the village. No, I don't want to do it. But I think if you ask Bonthe if I'm taking care of them, you will get the answer. Then, question, what is the community going to benefit from this competition? I don't think we must only look at the community, the benefit for what the community is going to benefit. I think what we try to create and what we try to establish with the sport fishing competition is to do something where we can attract people who, some of them not even heard Sierra Leone name before when it comes to sport fishing. Not in terms of Sierra Leone, the country, I'm talking about specifically sport fishing. We attract people from all over the world if we can prove what fish we have and how beautiful the country is. That is a domino effect to people coming to our country, coming to Bonthe, coming to Bonthe, and see maybe opportunities, maybe a lot of things. And that all is tourism is a big drive for us at the moment. That will all fall in place to help us grow and help us to expose us to the world in what our assets is and what our benefits is. I hope that's sufficient.
Thank you very much, sir. I will just add, since I don't get the privilege of going to Bonthe more than once, I don't see in real time the impact we barefoot any company don't get on that small island there. The people they really they will tell you say they are intertwined. They don't build impressive infrastructure and you get solar there. All day, in fact, I'll be able to get it live and connect online and post the pictures we'll take because they get Starlink there. Cold water they get basic amenities. They able to host international partners they support the local, some of the fishing when they don't put backside the water, they give the community. And they support the local, they fully well listen to the local in front of the president. They just sing the praise and sing the praise. And like I say, in a part of them. The other thing, what I wanted to be colleague them from the ministry tomorrow, with him permission, and they take a small thing for those who see. We will use, you say, we give you boots, we will go there and say, experience. Do you want to only free water? Because it's a bit of a short ride. But we the Bonthe people will not free water, go attack our life. We will let them go experience because also, just as a tourist value, right beside the Atlantic meets the river, and right on the island, you look for sleep building. If you don't get a chance to go there, I'll tell you when you go in, you go see, you never miss out. When we come to the end of the very brief press conference, we will therefore return to the tweets. Before we go, I want to give particularly the mayor and the rest of the panel just 1 minute. The message to the people of Bonthe. Because now history we don't care. Don't say no morning question or we will take morning question. Anybody else want any morning question? Wonderful. So I will give a panel 1 minute each for the last word. We will start this way and go around this way, or close and give a message to the people of Salon and to the people of Bonthe for this historic press conference we will start with Dr. Ibrahim Shedasho.
Thank you. To the people of Sierra Leone, I want smile and Lucy, the Right to Access Information Commission, they did it for UNA, for everybody. The right to access information is for everybody, not to privilege. Now everybody a right. If you want to get access to any information with any public authority hold, as long as that information did not fall among the exempt information, where, for instance, personal data or national security, that public authority oblige for give that information.
Information are your rights.
Are your rights. So nobody not for deny you. If anybody deny you, don't say we get there, bring them to the attention. And we get offices there, like the regions also. For the people that are Bonthe, we get office at the south, where they are poor, where right now, what we try for do, like for get focal places in the districts there, where we office like the regional south, where we based on home, wherever we work with them focal places in the districts there. So for the people of Bonthe, we don't say, we don't say we don't island, but we don't out of Salon, we don't part of Salon. So we get there for support the office, then a general road, Labo, and we telephone number there, we get a website, we go to the website, we get anything we want, we request for information from the local authorities and the mayor, for instance, we don't get that information there, we don't say we office Labo, we support you.
Thank you very much, sir. Government Minister, Mr. Salih Kesuma.
People in our Bonthe, and the second is Wakaya, the second term is Wakaya. And very much pleased with the environment, the hospitality, and then the other thing we don't make me more connected to Bonthe because me I get passion from the job. They talk safe, they get printing.
Institution, I want to teach and train people there.
So that
more technical institute. Yes, sir.
So that nigga for making sure say at the time we job more. With that institution because even free time, the one they will know about the SOS, they belong collapse. So again, this move is a government institution. So before this time, we will make sure the results reach every side. So part of it, responsibility when the investment is low, we will push that agenda at the back. So mayor over there, we will get the result supply. Any other district for the town, we will send the result supply. So I tell
So I tell you, the same you, Honorable Minister, to the President, that's when they empower women then. It's not just a help me, but it build families, communities, and to make a better and strong Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Auntie Angela Fuller, who represents the woman. Mr. Chairman, the final minister.
Yes, I assure the people of Bonthe district and the Sierra Leone as a whole that this year and going forward, we are going to get more civic engagement because this one they promote for them all work together. We ask for them to know they will not be able to support government, we make it able to deliver for them. If we don't support government, we know we will achieve things as well. So we will see more and more, especially about the story where the Mamedo tell me about how President Biodo contributes for revive Bonthe Island and Bonthe district. We all live for supporter. Not only one for this work, and we can engage you all that will support this drive so that we will make this place a rare place who will block with Nasalo.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mayor. In the first place, I want to tell the Honorable Minister and the entire staff of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, plenty thank you for way they don't come post the retreat that the municipality of Bonthe don't expose. Also, at the time, President Bill, plenty thank you, because if not to President Bill, we don't hold this retreat. A lot of development we can about. I already try to say that NAXA, with World Bank, will bring the Green Public Works, will involve the youth, make we ensure they continue the sustainability of it, because that will reduce crime rate and the youth themselves, when they get money, then they able to get the responsibility for when they able to eat up for themselves. Also, one for say that the civic education is very correct. And we also put hand on that day. And one of the responsibilities they now I get, and they talk to them small picking days. And they give them responsibility. When I go to the street, and they give them lunch. And they talk to them, say, Bonthe that una get up. You see, this one we get for take them to the schools, because they say when they catch them when they are young, When we give them the information, it will be verified. If you move around the municipality of Bonthe, you will see trash cans at various points. So we really therefore come out with a lot of sensitization that when you drink from plastic, not drop on the street, but put it inside the trash can. And we are going to ensure we take it at the schools, they begin to say, go down out of that, so that when big person, they do them today, they will be corrected. Why is it that I bring up this idea into the small children? I'm telling them, once you go down the street, anybody will drop paper, they tell us, Uncle, you are taking to put inside the trash can. So we want to tell President Bill plenty thank you, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for where we don't see the beauty of Bonthe, and I'm sure after this, Bonthe get for host a lot of conferences. I want to tell you plenty thank you. The one that will come when at the first time this, I hope see them will come more and more people will come. I want to thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Another fish no for the sister will come back. Sorry about the fish. Let's talk about the or even the Itangajasi and then the when you just coming on you left here in this camera. I think I also want to put on record my appreciation for you personally, sir, for the hospitality, the coordination, but also I think the other citizens are starting to learn from them. How to keep a city clean. I don't know about the talk. Some city in a hashtag is so that you know something for actually keep a city clean. Joe Biafra.
Honorable Minister, Honorable thank you very much for it's a privilege for me to sit here today and to talk to everybody. I say thank you. I say thank you to Salone for giving us the opportunity to do our thing and see how we can do our small part to make Sierra Leone into place. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your hospitality and everything that goes with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On that note, I'll take this opportunity to say thank you to SLBC, we carry live. Truth Media, we carry live, Client Media blog, they carry live. All the community radio stations that are across the country, they also carry this special press clip live. I will take it to all the partners, they will the partners all the time. We give it internet, we make sure we will be live on the web page as well. Special thanks to Bonthe Municipal Council. We host this very historic edition of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the annual press conference, and to the outstanding team at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, Deputy Minister Bonthe Abdulazat Bawo, Permanent Secretary and Hussein Kamara, and the rest of the team for the good work they do, for that we're able to do it to do so today. We can't do the people of Sierra Leone until we meet again next week for the Ministry of Information and Civic Education and the weekly press and civic education. I say to you, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much.